I think we can all agree that Cardano and ADA have both done extremely well this year. Okay, big surges in development, surges in price, and it's been a great year, right, for Cardano and ADA as a whole. But what we need to realize is that there's always the potential for some downside risk, some moves to the downward side. And in fact, Dan Gambardello, who's created Crypto Capital Venture, has talked about this downside risk of ADA possibly falling below 20 cents. Now, I must have missed this video, but he talks about despite the macro factors getting better in the market, there may be still one last move below this 20-cent level. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with Dan's channel, here it is. You guys can obviously check him out. Not that he needs me to bump his channel because it's huge. But when we look at this chart, okay, there is always this potential that we could be going through a current structure breakdown. We've obviously fallen below this ascending channel that we've been in since the beginning of June. And we may in fact go down and try to push towards this 18, 17 cent level. Now, as always, this is not financial advice. This is not FUD or anything like that. When we look back at last year, before we had this massive run up to begin the year, 17 cent ADA was absolutely in play. That was the next level below here. And right now, with some of the factors that are occurring, obviously war and inflation and interest rates and things of that nature, there is always the potential that we could get some of these pushes to the downside. If we get situations or factors that are bad enough or black swan events that push us lower, this is still possible. But what you have to realize is there are some pretty big levels that ADA has to contend with on the way to the downside. All right. 28 cents isn't a strong range of support, but it is a range of support nonetheless. You can see it's kind of congregated around that price point before. 24 cents is another huge one in terms of ADA. You can see the bounces we've had off at both times, once at the very end of this last year before we went on this huge run to start the year. And again, after the institutional sell-off, we went down, we hit 22 cents. It was down there for probably less than an hour, and it rebounded quickly and formed this structure that you're seeing now currently. So just know that it's not like there's this massive drop to 18 cents or 17 cents that could happen instantly. If we get obviously a huge massive sell-off, that's possible. We obviously know that Celsius still has to liquidate a bunch of ADA. So this is all completely possible. Now, what people need to realize, like Dan talked about, is that the Bitcoin halving is coming. Okay. I'm going to do my, I don't know if remember if it's Jon Snow, winter is coming, but that was awful. Anyways, he said the Bitcoin halving is about 260 days away. Again, remember, it's sometime between March and May of this next year. Each and every day that we move closer to the BTC halving, this downside risk lessens. It makes it far less likely because at that point, that's when you see BTC start to lose dominance, altcoins begin to gain a little momentum, and that's when we begin to see these runs into the bull market. That's when you could truly see ADA kind of open up a bit. We've been pretty controlled to this point. You can see that within the charts. We've had this long-term horizontal channel that we've kind of been stuck in. We broke above it a few times, but it's been consistent. It's been boring. We've had some nice runs to the upside. We've had some bad runs to the downside, but at the same time, it's been in this very controlled range. ADA can truly open up once we get to this point, and once there is essentially less control by BTC in the market. At that same time, that's when you'll also see really the entire Cardano ecosystem rolled out. You'll see mass adoption beginning in crypto. You'll see increased utility in terms of not just Cardano ecosystem, but as crypto as a whole. And I'm very excited for the future. So I thought I'd share that with you guys. Do we fall below this 20 cent mark? Do we get down to that 17, 18 cent ADA that we've seen in the past? I don't know. But if I was a betting man, I'd say we probably don't get down to those levels. If we do, guys, we know what Cardano is. We know what it's building. And to me, that just creates more opportunities for the future. So I appreciate you guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you think we are in fact going to get down to these levels. But I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.